The Halifax real estate market is certainly in a bit of a weird spot right now. And yes, this February compared to last February was a lot slower. But if you look at the second half of 2022, it's picked up a lot since then. And although some people in the industry would consider this a bit of a slow market, it's a little bit skewed because if you take out the last couple of years, this is basically the hottest market we've ever seen here in Halifax. So today I'm going to talk about the February 2023 stats, and I'm going to talk about what the difference is from this year versus last year, and something a little bit different. I've partnered with a bunch of my buddies across the country, and they're all doing these similar market updates. So if you're interested to see what's happening nationally across Canada, you can check out the links in my description below to see the links to their videos for all the different markets. So getting right into it, in February, we had 291 sales. Now this is the lowest in the last 10 years, and it's down 17% from last February when we had 350 sales, and it's down 48% from 2021 when we had 562 sales. Now these sales sold for an average of just under $538,000, which is down 8.7% compared to last February. But if we look at the numbers compared to 2021, it's up 19.4%. And if we compare to the second half of 2022, we'd be up to about close to 10% on those numbers. So in terms of new listings, in February, we saw 405 new listings, which is the lowest in the last 10-year period. This is down 12% from last year, which was 461 new listings in February, and down about 24% from 2021 when we saw 532 listings in February. Now moving on to listing inventory, we have about 2.6 months of listing inventory currently in HRM, and this is about double what we saw in 2021 and in 2022 when we had about 1.3 months of listing inventory at those times. And over the last 10 years, this is the lowest amount that we've had except for the last 2 years. And to put it into perspective for you, back in 2014, we had about 12 months of listing inventory. So this was, of course, a major buyer's market compared to what we're seeing right now, which would still be considered a seller's market at 2.6 months of listing inventory. And in terms of sale to list price ratio, currently we're sitting right at 99.9%. And last year in February, it was 121%. So that is a big difference, but this is not necessarily reflective of the market values changing. It's more of the listing strategy has changed. So now we're listing properties more at market value or even slightly above in some cases. But a year ago, we were pricing it, 50, 75, or even 100 grand under what we perceived to be the market value at that time. And this was the listing strategy that most realtors were using in Halifax. So that's obviously a lot of numbers to throw at you guys, but now I'm going to talk about what we're actually seeing in the market. But before I do, if you like this content and you're getting any value out of this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And that way it'll push it out to more people like you that might be interested in seeing content like this. And if you have any questions, or if you're thinking about making a move in Halifax, you can reach out to me anytime through my calendar link below in my description, and you book a call with me or a meeting with me anytime at a time when it's convenient for you. So I've touched on some of these points in some other recent videos that you might have watched, but we're still seeing a pretty busy real estate market here in Halifax. And the funny thing is, a lot of the numbers kind of look bad, they look down, and these were all pretty much expected, to be honest. But I think both realtors and consumers' minds are a little bit skewed as to what's normal in our real estate market. And this is because really we haven't seen a normal market, or what I would consider a normal market, in the last couple of years with everything going crazy here. But the reality is, if you take out the last couple of years, we're really in one of the busiest markets we've ever seen in Halifax. So it is just kind of funny of how, people's minds get skewed based on what's been happening. But really, I think we're trending back to a more normal or a more balanced or a more healthy real estate market here in Halifax. Now we're still seeing a ton of multiple offer situations in the Halifax real estate market. And in February, we saw about 31% of listings that have sold sell for over the asking price. So again, lots of competing offers out there, but no, it's nothing like it was compared to this time last year in February of 2022. But again, that's not necessarily reflective of the market itself and the price points themselves. It's more about the listing strategy has totally shifted this year compared to this time last year. And something we haven't really seen since, 2020 or before that is we're starting to see some listings that are sitting around on the market. So some listings on the market right now in that 2.6 months of listing inventory have been on the market for as much as 30, 60, or 90 days, which again is something we're really not accustomed to anymore, as most properties were selling within a week or less for the last few years. So it is interesting to see the inventory be built up and to see some of these listings starting to hang around. Even from back in the fall, some of those listings are still on the market today. So heading into the spring market, I'll be really curious to see if we get a flood of listing inventory like we normally do in the spring. And because of the listing inventory that's currently hanging around, around, maybe we'll see a bit of, a bump in that listing inventory, but only time will tell. But it will be interesting to see what the inventory levels are, coming into March, April, May, and June, when it's usually a very busy time for listing season. Now, in terms of the Halifax real estate market, I will keep you updated in the coming months. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me through my Calendly link, or you can drop a comment below and I will answer that as well. And if you're curious to see what else is happening across Canada, don't forget a bunch of my friends made similar videos to this all over the country, and you can see the links down in the description below if you want to check any of those out. And if you're still here watching, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And until next time, have a great day.